So before the break, we asked you if you remember where you were on this day 16 years ago, August 14th, 2003. Well, maybe this will help jog your memory.
We've got gridlock in the streets, gridlock on the sidewalks.
Who can forget where they were the day of the big blackout? 50 million people in the dark here in the U.S. and Canada.
The blackout, that's right, on August 14, 2003, the lights went out all across the Northeast from Michigan to New York. It turns out it was a tree branch that hit a power line in Ohio that set all this chaos in motion, people jamming the Brooklyn Bridge to get out of New York City. And there's no better view of what happened than this satellite image showing a massive chunk. That's not a lake. That's just people without power, all in the dark. Now, our team at clickondetroit.com has put together a really cool look back at the day the lights went out. You can find the link on the homepage. Karen?
All right, thank you, Jason. Sunsetter is recalling 270,000 vinyl awning covers used with those motorized awnings. The motorized awning can open unexpectedly when the cover's removed, posing risk of serious injury or death. The company has received 14 reports of incidents, including 1 death and 6 injuries associated with the product. Head to clickondetroit.com for more information on the impacted models. A woman crashing weddings over in Texas is taking more than just some free drinks.
Yeah, dubbed the serial wedding crasher. Police say she shows up to the wedding and steals gifts, gift cards, and cash. They say she has crashed at least 6 weddings, usually dressing up and sometimes mingling with guests before her thefts. Where would she get an idea like this? I have no idea. She was caught on surveillance video using gift cards taken from a wedding. Police have a $4,000 reward for her arrest.
That's awful.
It really is. When it's not a movie, it's really not cool.
Exactly, it is not cool.
You know?
Local 4 News at 6 is next.
We're working on stories from Troy, Warren, and Woodhaven. Plus, here's Sean.
Wyandotte Superintendent of Schools speaking with Local 4. We ask her if she plans on stepping down after a parent volunteer is arrested for sex crimes.
I'm going to discuss that with my board president, and we'll make a decision together.
And tonight, another volunteer talks to us about how little supervision he had inside that school.
If you take your dog outside, maybe for a quick dip in the water, beware of a hidden hazard.
If you wait until there are signs, it might be too late and your dog could die.
A local vet now revealing what you need to do to keep man's best friend safe this summer. Help me, Hank.
There's a school out there that brings learning to life. Lighthouse Connections Academy uses technology to foster real learning and collaboration, so students build the skills they need for opportunities in a digital world. Lighthouse Connections Academy is the tuition-free online public school led by teachers who raise the bar. This is education that breaks the mold. Personalized, flexible, future-ready. Connections Academy brings school to life. Visit connectionsacademy.com.
The 2019 Cadillacs are made for summer. It's your time to shine. GM employees and eligible family members with a current eligible GM lease get this low mileage lease on this 2019 Cadillac XT4 for $299 per month.
As temperatures skyrocket and your AC feels the pressure, now is the perfect time to insulate. Don't suffer through a hot house and high energy bills. Insulate now and cut your energy bill up to 50% with Ace & Sons. Call today and get 50% off installation.
You wouldn't accept an incomplete job from anyone else. Why accept it from your allergy pills? Flonase Sensimist. Nothing stronger, nothing gentler, nothing lasts longer. Flonase Sensimist. 24-hour non-drowsy allergy relief.
I latch. I lock. I clean. I block.
Where are you?
I vaccinate.
Vaccine-preventable diseases like measles, whooping cough, and more are still a risk because many children aren't vaccinated. Put a safety barrier between your child and life-threatening illness. Vaccinate. Get the facts at ivaccinate.org.
Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 6 starts now.
We are getting new insight into just how much access school volunteers like the one charged with sex crimes in Wyandotte have to children.
This woman accused of stealing a car and more for what police say she did when the rightful owner caught up with her.
And if your dog likes to play in the water, vets have a warning you need to hear.
But first, we start with live pictures over a massive police presence and an active shooter situation happening in Philadelphia. Our sister station in Philly is reporting at least 5 officers have been shot there.
Yeah, we are hearing at least one suspect is in custody, but officers are still looking for another shooter. Right now, nearby Temple University is on lockdown. Be sure to stay with Local 4 and click on Detroit.com as new information becomes available. Now to a danger in the water that could take the life of your dog. And sadly, some local vets are seeing this firsthand.
We're talking about blue-green algae. The aquatic plant contains toxins that may be deadly for pets, and this algae can be found in some Michigan waterways.
That's right. Before you let your dog take a dip, consumer investigator Hank Winchester talks with the experts to help protect your pooch. And Hank joins us live. Hank, this is a real threat.
It certainly is. You know, here in Metro Detroit, we're surrounded by water. We love to spend time out on the lakes and the rivers, and sometimes that involves taking the family and the family dog. Well, tonight, an important warning from a local vet.
It's lurking in the water. It may appear harmless, but blue-green algae can create serious issues for man's best friend. Dr. Michael Petty is with the Arbor Point Veterinary Hospital in Canton.
There's an estimate that 400 dogs per year die of this, but they think this is way underestimated. They think that sometimes they find a dog dead, they really don't know what happened, the connection isn't made. It may actually be in the thousands every year that dogs die.
This woman's dog died minutes after a dip in the water.
10 minutes after we got there, they told me that your baby's not doing good. We have to give her CPR, and she died shortly after that.
The algae typically found near the shoreline, closer to the water's surface. It's usually blue-green in color, hence the name, or sometimes even a shade of red. It may have a musty odor and is more common in ponds and smaller inland lakes.
It's a good idea just to take a look, and if the water has a greenish tinge, err on the side of caution. Don't drink it, don't swim in it, and don't let your dog do either of those.
So why is the algae such a threat? The toxins in the bacteria can make dogs sick if they drink the water. It can cause a long list of problems: nausea, vomiting, paralysis, liver complications, and yes, even death if not treated.
Death is the ultimate sign of this, and death usually occurs secondary to respiratory depression. There's a paralysis of the respiratory muscles, they can no longer breathe, and they basically are alive, awake, and they're suffocating because they can't work their abdominal muscles. It's really horrific.
So how can you protect your pooch? Keep them away from the shoreline. Bathe them after swimming in a lake or a pond. And if you spot any symptoms, get to a vet immediately.
Sometimes in around lakes, they actually will, especially marinas and so forth, they may actually have reports out there available for you. So ask the harbor master, ask lifeguards, whatever, and try to enjoy the water without worrying too much.
Back out here live along the Detroit River, and the doctor wanted to make that point clear. He's not telling you to avoid the water altogether. He's just saying if you're in the water with family members, if you bring the family dog along, you just need to be careful and cautious. We're live here downtown. Hank Winchester, back to you.
And Hank, can that algae also affect people?
Yeah, it can, Jason. You may remember just a few years ago the issues with algae down in the Toledo area. The difference is that, humans likely are going to know to avoid it. Dogs are not going to, and that's where the problems arise.
Yeah.
Back to you.
Yeah. All right, Hank, and for more information on pet health and to connect with fellow animal lovers, check out the All for Pets page on clickondetroit.com.
Well, controversy continues to swirl around the decision to allow a man with violent felonies in his past to become a volunteer in the Wyandotte schools.
And now Michael Beebe is charged with sex crimes, and tonight there are 2 big questions. Will the superintendent resign? And how much access do these volunteers really have to children? Sean Lay following this story for us today. Sean, I guess you have an answer to at least one of those questions.
We do, from at least one other volunteer coming forward tonight saying he was shocked by the access he had inside Monroe School in Wyandotte, in the hallways and even the classrooms.
There was never any supervision of me within those hallways there.
This man was a parent volunteer inside Wyandottes Monroe Elementary, and he says he was shocked at the freedom he had to be alone around students inside the school. This in the wake of volunteer Michael Beebe, a convicted felon, being charged with sex crimes against a young student who goes to Monroe. The alleged abuse happened away from school. Wyandotte superintendent says Beebe was never alone with students for the years he volunteered there. That struck a chord with this volunteer.
During this watchdog program, I was allowed to interact with students by myself, the only supervision with these children in the hallways.
Wyandotte Superintendent Catherine Cost now facing calls to resign after she approved Beebe to volunteer, knowing he had felony convictions. Parent Christina Hunter says she raised the red flag more than a year ago about Beebe and his behavior around young children inside the school.
You allowed this activity to continue under your watch, just like you allowed him to prey upon our children.
Parents say Beebe was left free to groom girls at the school. We asked the superintendent if she plans to step down.
I'm going to discuss that with my board president, and we'll make a decision together.
Parents still fuming after all this broke late last week. We also have learned from the district, in case you missed it, that another volunteer there does have a felony conviction in his or her past. That person will no longer be volunteering with Wyandotte schools. Also check with Wyandotte Police if any others have come forward after the news broke here. Wyandotte Police confirmed tonight no other new victims have come forward. We're live tonight. Sean Lay, Local 4.
All right, certainly more to come on this story, Sean. Thanks.
Well, it was the worst day on Wall Street this year. The Dow Jones Industrials dropped 800 points. That's 3% of the market. And it all comes following a signal that our economy could be headed toward trouble. Let's welcome in Local 4 business editor Rod Maloney, who's also a certified financial planner. Rod is here to put this into perspective. First of all, what caused this slide today, Rod?
Well, let's take a look at the monitor here. It's called the yield curve inversion. That's a fancy financial speak term for long-term bonds paying out less than short-term bonds. It also means a lot of people are buying bonds looking for a safe haven. Now, let's take a look at a CNBC chart. The 2-year Treasury bond is in purple. The 10 is in gold here. This happened for only a brief few moments this morning at about 6 o'clock. But when you see that, it looks big here. It's ever so slight in the real world.
It's like crossing the streams. We don't want those to collide,
yes,
correct?
We're doing Ghostbusters here, yes.
That's bad, though, when that happens.
That is absolutely bad. As a matter of fact, what happens, markets get nervous because it signals a recession. Okay, let's take a look at why that is. This is how we know. Take a look. Back in 2007, you see it right there. That was just before, that was about 2 years before the real downturn. Then back in 1999, you had the internet bubble. Back in 1989, you remember that? And of course, if you were around for the 70s, I certainly was. This was really ugly back actually 1980, late 70s, early 80s.
So as a CFP, Rod, when someone comes up to you and says, as the average guy with the money, out there, whatever, what's your advice to me?
Caution. As you would hear me say anyway, you want to reduce your risk. Don't be all in stocks, especially company stock. Make sure you diversify your 401k, your 403b, your IRA, or your other portfolio. You want to reduce debt. You want to save more. You want to dust off your resume and rewrite it if you're in a job where you think you have a high probability of getting laid off in the near future. Caution, 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 because this may or may not happen. And if it does, it could be 18 months, 2 years. You don't want to jumpstart either.
If history repeats it, it could be up to a couple years.
That's right.
So plays out. Good advice. All right, Rod. Thanks. Kim?
All right, Rod. Well, it sounds like something out of the popular video game Grand Theft Auto. Stacey McCombs was charged with assault and unlawful driving away of a car after she allegedly stole a Volkswagen Jetta from a construction site. Police say McCombs tried to hit the car's owner as she drove away. We're told a coworker jumped in a company truck and stopped McCombs after a short chase and scuffle, but not before McCombs threw a drink at him. And a man is arrested at Motor City Casino after allegedly robbing 2 banks. Police say Dorian Sykes walked into banks in Warren and Oak Park Monday and slipped notes to tellers demanding money. Warren police used video and fingerprints to connect him to the robberies. We're told Sykes is on parole after serving time previously for bank robbery. All right, time to get a look at some of the top national stories you'll see on NBC Nightly News at 6:30.
Yeah, Lester Holt joins us live from New York City with a preview tonight. Hey, Lester.
Hey, Kim and Jason, good to see you. Coming up, the new warning about vaping and teens. The growing number health officials say are ending up in the hospital with serious lung damage. Plus, why a drug that works for many migraine sufferers is now out of reach to many patients.
And Lester, this is a new class of drug, right, that seems to help a lot of people.
Yeah, a lot of patients and doctors say it works. It's an injectable drug that's bringing relief and hope to many migraine sufferers. The problem is they're finding in some cases their health insurance won't pay for it. So we're going to get into all that when we see you tonight.
All right. That'll be in about 20 minutes. Lester, thanks.
All right, still ahead, a reason to stand up just a little more. Here's Doc.
The research is clear. It is better for our health to be active than to sit around. I'm Dr. Frank McGeorge. Coming up, I'll show you how making just one adjustment to your daily routine could be a real lifesaver.
4Live radar tracking severe thunderstorms just a couple counties away from us. Are we under the gun tonight? We'll check it out next.
The city of Woodhaven is a nice place, but there's one big problem: the train delays.
This has been an issue for a long time.
We'll tell you how city leaders are now planning to tackle the decades-long problem.
I love the Local 4 News anchors because they always bring a smile on my face each morning.
Good morning, Detroit.